Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Habit. Okay, not yet.
It's Namaste, Suprabhatam.
Suprabhatam. We'll just start in a moment. 1 second. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Habit Huddle as part of the 4 a.m. Club Forum. So, endeavor here in the 4 a.m. Club, though it says 4 a.m. Club, it's not important that you get up every day at 4 a.m. Doesn't matter what your early morning time is, as long as you're experiencing the early morning energy by starting your day a little earlier than what you need to do. And intention here is to inculcate one sattvic habit at a time and incrementally go ahead and embrace more sattvic habits, and more importantly, sustain those in our lifetime. So with that endeavor, we started with early morning wake up as the first habit, followed by daily sun salutation practice as the second habit, and then pre-sleeping practices as a third habit. And now here we are to talk about the fourth habit, which is Abhyanga, the warm oil self-massage practice, which is part of the Ayurveda Dinacharya or daily regimen recommended in Ayurveda. So in the previous Habit Huddle, we had Mr. Raghavendra Patil speak about the science of Abhyanga, how exactly it helps us. So today we have Ms. Arti Kolee. It's my pleasure to introduce Arti to all of you. So Arti is a good friend, and she's a multifaceted person. So she's a lifelong student of Sanskrit and yoga, and she has completed her graduation in Sanskrit and then also pursued master's degree in Sanskrit from the Pune University. She lives in Pune. She also holds master's degree in education and is currently pursuing master's in yoga from S. Vyasa University. So as you can see, quite a few master's degrees to her credit. She's also certified in YCB Level 1 Yoga Protocol Instructor. And she's also certified in ALMC, Ayurvedic Lifestyle Management course. Also in astronumerology, Vastu Shastra, and Indian music therapy. So you know why I'm saying multifaceted. Arti has been teaching for the last 2 decades in various formats. She has taught and volunteered in India and in the US. She also volunteers for Sanskrit Bharati and for Art of Living Foundation. She has worked immensely in spreading the awareness of Sanskrit language, starting with the spoken Sanskrit programs called Sanskrita Sambhashan Shibir as part of Sanskrit Bharati. And she has reached out to more than 1,000 people through this endeavor. Till very recently, she used to teach Sanskrit for the 8th, 9th, and 10th grade students in school in Pune. And in her spare time, she writes poetry in Marathi and Sanskrit. And she lives in Pune with her husband, 2 wonderful children, one of whom is studying music in the US now, and the daughter is in 9th grade. And the whole family is a Sanskrit-speaking family. Not just that, Arti is taking the game a notch above with her pursuit of PhD now. And I'm proud to be her batchmate in the PhD. And her topic in the area of PhD is she's exploring a wonderful context called Sankalpa. That too in the context of the scriptures written by Kalidasa. That's a beautiful context. We'll explore it sometime in detail. So with that, Arti, welcome to the 4 a.m. Club for this Habit Huddle. Thank you for agreeing to this.
Thank you.
So how we'll do this is, yeah, go ahead. You can express a few things, and then I'll ask some questions about your Abhyanga journey. Please go ahead.
Yes. I always think that Manju is very transparent when he talks about himself, but little exaggerated, or he puts some spices when he talks about others. So I have learned few things, but I'm like still exploring. I'm not. I did not master anything yet. Uh,
So
as
regarding,
yes, you want to ask a question first, or you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to
So
take?
I'll just set the context of, see, we did ALMC together in the same batch. Okay.
Yes,
And, as we always say that whenever we go through any learning journey, different aspects of that learning journey appeals to different people based on what stage of life they are, different conditions in life, etc. So I didn't know about this aspect of Arti, but quite later in the journey, after completing ALMC, after like many months, I remember you mentioning that you have been practicing Abhyanga every day and it has helped you immensely. So when we were thinking of Abhyanga, someone to come and share their experiences, you're the first person I could think of. Okay, so please go ahead, and I'll probably just poke in between with some questions. So how did it occur to you? What kind of health conditions you were thinking to overcome? And maybe you can start with the broader ALMC experience and then zoom into the Abhyanga experience. Please go ahead.
yes. Before telling about LMC, I will tell you that how Abhyanga for me, it was like in Diwali we do, that is only Abhyanga, Snan we call it in Marathi. So since childhood, it was like Abhyanga Snan means practice which is being done during Diwali, that's it. And that early morning bath is Abhyanga Snan was for me. But later on, I understood that that is not Abhyanga, which is expected in Ayurveda. That is daily dinacharya. It is a part of dinacharya. So we should practice it on daily basis. But I just knew it. I never followed it. After a few years, when my daughter born, she was 2 years old, and 2, 3 years old, and she was following me. Whatever I'm doing, she's observing. She was observing and trying to follow me. So whenever I put some cosmetics, apply some cosmetics, she was trying to do that also. So I thought this is not really good for her. And I thought that why should I don't find some alternative which is natural. So I was trying to do that. First of all, I left using cosmetics, and now I can be without cosmetics. 90% I have reduced, I can say, not 100% yet, but I have done that. And when you don't apply any cosmetics, sorry, um, and I have dry skin, so I thought, what can I do? So I started applying oil on facial part only, on my face. And later on, after a few years again, when I um, joined ALMC, it was really wonderful experience. I learned lots of things in that. And then I started from that moment, from joining ALMC only, I started on regular basis, applying oil all over the body. And I decided that I will follow it forever now. So there was sometimes means lots of obstacles come when you take some sankalpa, and when you decide to do something, you always have some hurdles in between. That was happening. And like I have uh, yesterday Manjunath has sent me the recording of last week, Raghav's um, recording. So I heard that, I saw that in that so many questions were there. So is everyone aware of ALMC?
Yeah,
I'm talking about ALMC.
I just
That is,
mentioned it in the chat that ALMC is Ayurvedic Lifestyle
that's why
Management course. Yeah.
So I have done it through SVASA and during lockdown time. So it was
Second
really
lockdown.
helpful, really, really helpful. Another thing to follow, to start following Abhyanga is I was going through some pain. I had some physical problem, and because of that, I was suggested by doctor to go for surgery. And I decided that I don't want to go for surgery. I will not go for surgery. I will find out the way without how to manage without that. So ALMC helped me for that also. Of course, I consulted many doctors, allopathic doctors, homeopathic doctors, and Ayurvedic doctors. So Ayurvedic lifestyle is easier to follow because natural things we can cure yourself ourselves through our diet. We can like a few practices like Abhyanga, we can help us to reduce pain. So Abhyanga helped me very much, and a lot to reduce my pain. I had head to toe pain, swelling, and burning sensation uh, in joints. So I was I was facing lots of problems. Due to that, I was not able to do my daily work also properly. Just by following this Abhyanga, that pain is managed now. I cannot say that it has been gone 100%, but 95% it has been gone. Occasionally it occurs when I don't follow um, like eating habits or few things, and when we are traveling or sometimes we cannot avoid few things. In that case only it occurs again. Otherwise, and that is also for few days. But when I practice this again, it helps me to manage that pain, or it is almost gone now, I can say. It was very difficult for me to follow this. Initially it happened like getting up early. Now you all are getting up early, and it starts from sleeping early. Most of the times it happens like we don't sleep early. So it was happening with me. Even now it is happening with me. So that is another sankalpa I have to take, that I must sleep in time. And then when I was very young, like 7, 8 years old, uh, I used to sleep very early. You may laugh at me that I used to be sleepy at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock only. So my mother was always worried that if she doesn't feed me early, then I will sleep. While eating, also I was sleeping. So uh, they they had faced a big problem in making me sleep little late. And because of that, I was getting up very early in since my childhood. I like that, but since I'm married, that everything has been changed, and due to the job and due to other responsibilities, sleeping time I could not manage. But still I'm trying to coming back. Means it happened few years, to and fro happens, but now I'm getting up early and um, practicing Abhyanga daily on daily basis. Do you have any questions in between the Manju?
Yeah. So when you went through ALMC, you mentioned that normal early morning bath you used to consider as Abhyanga, and then you discovered that it's not just taking water bath, but
Yes.
applying oil. So help us understand, how did you go about doing it in a consistent manner? What was your process? What time did you used to start? Walk us through the finer details of what challenges did you face in terms of doing it daily and as well as doing it consistently?
Someone asked that prices, Abhyanga prices, Abhyanga Taila prices, or what?
I think practices.
Practices.
So Bharshini,
Okay.
did you mean Abhyanga practices or prices? Probably we'll get to the prices later.
Sorry, practices. That was a
Practices.
Okay, okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I use two types of oils. First, I tried with sesame oil, but later on I found it a little hot because that burning sensation was not reducing. So I started applying coconut oil. When I started, initially I used Abhyanga oil, which was given by Ayurvedic doctor as a gift. In a kit it was given, so I was using that. After that I started sesame oil, and now I am applying coconut oil only. So when I started initially, I used to get up. When I get up, I kept one small bottle ready with a nozzle filled with oil, and I used to put 2 drops of oil in my nostrils, just on bed. And after a few minutes, I used to put in ears. And then after getting, I used to do what we call it. Now I don't do it, so I forget. Gandusha, not Gandusha, oil pulling. Yes,
Oil pulling.
Oil pulling. And after oil pulling, brushing teeth and getting fresh, and then I used to start Abhyanga. I did not apply oil every day, like putting too much oil, because it becomes very difficult to wash hair, especially for women. If you have long hair, then it is troublesome. So I did not do that, but on daily basis I put some oil, little bit of oil, since my childhood. That's it, coconut oil. And also I took care of one thing, that I used always edible oil. Means not any parachute oil. If we are using, make sure that it is edible. You can use it for cooking, because you are applying on your skin, so naturally it will go in. So that's how it started. And then after applying oil, I saved couple of dresses for me, just for oil only. Because after applying that, you cannot do your work. You cannot sit very well. You sit with oily body. So I saved it for that. One sleeper, which was saved just for that, and a pair of socks. And after 25 minutes, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I used to take bath after 20 minutes also. And you can sweep your home, or whatever you want to do, you can do during this 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then you can go for a bath. And considerably warm water I was using for taking bath, and I'm taking now also same way. But now the way, later on I joined a school, and I had to be in the school at 7 o'clock, preparing food and everything. So that was becoming very difficult for me to follow. But I did not want to quit also. So what did I do? After getting up, immediately I used to apply oil, putting on dress, sweeping home, and then quickly I used to cutting vegetables or any preparation for food. I was doing that, and then I used to take bath and get ready. Sometimes it happened like I'm not having time now, I got up late, so what to do now? So just when you enter the bathroom, apply oil on your body. While cleaning bathroom or anything, it takes 5 to 10 minutes. Then take that time and take a bath. If it does not happen, just apply it as you apply soap, but don't leave it. I did that also. And after application of oil, I use chickpea flour, then haridra, what we call it, turmeric. Sometimes instead of chickpea flour, I use sorghum jawar ka flour bolte hain. And that also I have used, and with milk. Because if you use it with milk, then it will not make your skin dry again. Otherwise, if you use very hard soap, regular soap, if it is not a mild soap, then your skin will be again very dry. Then you will not enjoy the effect of Abhyanga. So I used to apply that. Sometimes cinchona powder, homemade powder, mixture of powder. Like I don't know the names of all those things which I use. Santrika chilka, then
santra, you mean the orange?
Yes,
Orange fruit.
orange.
The peel
Orange
of the
peel.
orange fruit. Okay.
Orange peel. Then cinchona. Cinchona seeds, shikekai, maybe.
Okay. Cinchona is shikakai, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So,
Shikekai.
guys, do you
That
know the
is
name of
easier
this?
to know. Huh?
Cinchona is a new word for me. Shikakai I've heard, but I don't know what's it called in different regions. So if you know the names, you can.
No. Cinchona, it is written on the pack of ready-made pack if you get shikekai, that powder.
Yeah.
So I saw on that. But in Marathi, we call it shikekai only. I don't know what it is called.
In Kannada also, I have heard it as shikakai or sigekai. Maybe in other languages, people can post.
Yes, yes.
I think the same, almost similar thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Rita powder. Rita was also added in that. Nagar Motha, Rita, few things I'll find out proper names, English names for them, and post in a group, or I can send it to you so that. But it is not necessary that you should use it every time. Sometimes if besan is not ready, cinchona powder is at in the bathroom, it is ready. So I use that also. And after applying that, if you rub, your skin will not become dry after that. It will remain little bit oily. You should leave it little bit oily. Of course, oil shouldn't be there, but little bit shiny, you will feel smooth and shiny. And yes, that's it. I use these things.
I have one question here. You said you also mix milk.
Yes.
Is that only with the powder?
Yes.
Chickpea
not
powder.
With shikekai. Not with shikekai.
Only with chickpea powder.
Yes.
Okay.
Chickpea powder or sorghum powder. Any powder if you use, any flour if you use, it is good to add milk in that to keep it little moisture should be there, little moisture. Otherwise, it will get very dry. For few people, chickpea flour is not suitable. You can use moong dal flour also, or masoor dal flour also. Instead of using soap, or if you are using soap, then use mild soap.
Yeah. So
chickpea powder is besan.
So this is the process, right? So I'll just revise for myself and for everyone's benefit. Okay. So you do this like every day. Were there days?
Yes, every day. Every day.
Have there been days where you missed these?
Very rarely. Very rarely.
Okay.
If I'm not well or in some conditions.
Otherwise, is it okay to do it during menstruation for women?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you don't have to rub it very hard. Just I use circular. I apply it in a circular manner, and most of the times I use in that way only. And what was your question?
No. So what did you do when you traveled?
I carry my bottle with me.
Okay. So it's a part of your trial kit.
Yes.
Okay. So we understood the process that you follow. Is it really time consuming? Does it affect your schedule, morning schedule? Because just the imagination that we need to apply oil to our whole body, uh, there might be a hesitation in terms of, oh, it's going to take a lot of time. So there might be mental block for people. So has it happened with you?
Yes, it happened. Sometimes you feel like now I'm late. If I apply it, I will be very late to start other daily routine. So I'll skip it today. But now, since you decide that it's a part of my life, at least when you enter bathroom, you will apply oil. You'll not you'll feel restless if you don't do it. I tried with one more thing. I decided to take bath and then cook. I will not cook without taking bath. So it was very difficult because my husband used to leave at 6 o'clock with his tiffin. So if I want to take a bath and then cook, then at least 1 hour I need. But now it has also become a part of my life. I cannot enter the kitchen without taking bath. And it becomes manageable. Sometimes what happens, so we have to clean bathroom and sweep home, and how can we take bath after that? Means if we start cooking, how can we manage that? So I used to take a bath, leaving everything, and if cleaning is left, then after cleaning later, I used to take a little shower only. So that is the remedy, how you can find the way. I applied the same technique with this also.
Wonderful. I think I must say that you're pretty committed. It's not easy to do what you're doing. Maybe for you, it might be sounding very natural that you have blended this in your morning schedule now. It's a great inspiration that you have decided not to cook without taking bath, and there's a chain reaction, right? And you won't take bath without applying oil. So one question is, do you heat the oil? Shubhashini has this question. Do you heat the oil every day?
Yes, I used to heat putting on the gas. I also made lots of experiments, many mistakes. Initially, I was not aware of it. I just used to put it on gas, and then on that flame, I was making it little not warm. I used to make it hot. But later on, I came to know that it shouldn't be directly kept on fire. And then I have a bottle, so I was using that plastic bottle. I used to put under hot water tap. So naturally it gets a little warm. So I thought it is okay. Why can't I do that? But that is also not good because you are putting warming that oil in plastic. So it is good to put in some katori, some bowl, and then take a little bit water, make it hot, or take hot water in a mug, and then just put that bowl in that. Or I have one more oil jar you use, steel oil jar. I can show it to you.
Oh,
This
you have
kind
it
of
ready
steel
to show
jar.
here. Nice.
So you can put in hot water like this. So it becomes hot very soon, and it helps you.
Yeah, really thanks for showing that. Actually, very mindful of you to keep it ready to show, because I was wondering how to see, we always try to create standard procedures to optimize every process, right?
Yes.
I was thinking how to optimize this whole logistics of heating the oil, and you gave a ready solution for that.
Yes,
Because I
I'm also thinking that every time, sometimes you forget it, then it takes longer. Someone is there in the kitchen, you don't get to enter. Many obstacles are there. Every time you will get some reason for not doing it.
I was visualizing, Arti, that you have this chai making handles, right? There's a bowl and there's a handle attached to it.
Yes, yes.
I was thinking of buying a very small bowl with a handle attached to it so that I can just hold it like this, and it hardly takes not even like 10 seconds maybe for the oil
Yes,
to warm. But
yes.
then what you showed here is a better solution. I'll go and pick one this weekend. Okay. So you can have a bowl, larger bowl, and put water in it, put it on gas. And while the water is being boiled, you put this inside, that is it. Or you first boil the water and then you put this mug.
Yes. In hot water, in that the katori which is placed. See, I had just shown you. So in this also you can, put like this. That also works.
You first boil the water and then you keep it?
Yes. Yes.
Or you
First
do it,
boiling
you
the
keep
water,
it.
I keep it here and then keep the jar in that.
So you mean you first
But
keep the
take
bowl,
little,
put water.
if you want to take little big vessel, you can use that.
But does it happen together? I mean, you keep the mug while the water is being boiled?
No.
Or afterwards?
No, afterwards.
Okay. Okay. So you keep the bowl, put water, pour water, let it boil.
Yes. Yes.
After it is boiled, then maybe switch off the gas and then put this inside that.
Yes.
And then it hardly take, I mean, you can probably see it while it is melting. Okay. So I have one practical question for you. So you said you used to use parachute. I have always found it very difficult during winters because then you have to squeeze it and rub it for the oil to come out. It will not come out because it is solidified.
Yes.
So
why don't you use the bigger one? If you buy the parachute oil, that is okay. Then pour it in some dabba, some what we call it,
some dabba
which
box.
is a little wider.
Yeah. So in fact, that for me, that discovery happened accidentally. Earlier, I used to use this parachute oil. So as you said, initially the whole logistics of heating the oil itself used to take few minutes. And see, I have never cooked in my life. Okay. I only know to cook khichdi. And my wife teases me even now. The day you cook me a good meal, then I'll give you some ratings on the kitchen front.
You have to keep saying that I am a good cook then.
Okay, so that was, yeah, it did happen. So I did like Abhyanga for a good stretch. I don't remember how many days, I didn't count, but people started noticing that your face is glowing, there is some difference, etc. But then for some reason, that whole habit sort of got dissolved and not doing it regularly.
One more thing you have to do, that stop counting. Otherwise, we are stuck to completing 40 days cycle, 60 days cycle. Yes, I did it, then stop. So don't do that. Okay. When you stop counting, that will become part of your life.
Okay, then I'll have to change some of the counting mechanisms of 4am Club. So we do that till we cross 60 days for one habit, and then we stop counting. Then it should become a part of our daily life.
One more obstacle is that when we skip some day, then we feel, oh, I lost it. Now again 60 days, I can't do it now. So it happens. So better don't count, just keep on doing. So
don't feel guilty if you skip on some of the days.
Yes.
So the one challenge that happens is now you skip today, and then next day you feel like, acha, let's skip for one more day. And then the stretch of skipping continues for quite some time. So how do you motivate and come back?
Just as you brush your teeth, you don't need any motivation to brush your teeth, right?
Yeah, but brushing the teeth has a very different kind of motivation because mouth will stink in front of family if you don't brush.
Then your face will not glow. Your body will not glow.
So we have to keep some motivation like that. Yeah. All right. So Chandran is asking, summer coconut oil and winter sesame oil, we use it. So thanks, Chandran. So he's saying that seasonally you change the oil. So Chandran, you want to speak about it?
And also you need to be little observant. Sometimes, see, I applied sesame oil in winter also, but it did not suit. So it doesn't suit on everyone. Even in Ayurveda, few things are generally told for everyone, but it doesn't suit to everyone. So you need to be observant. During changing my eating habit, I I was following what doctor has told first. But later I realized that that is not sufficient. What doctor tells is every time is not suitable to me. So I was observing what happens if I eat this thing, if I skip my meal, if I eat at a particular time, what happens. So when we observe ourselves, that is the best solution for us.
So I just want to prompt Chandran to speak about his experiences of coconut oil in summer and sesame oil in winter. Yeah, go ahead, Chandran. You want to express anything about it? Not audible.
Is it audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. According to the nature of the people, only it should be the oil should be chosen. But in general, we use only these two oil, coconut oil and the ginger oil or sesame oil. So in winter, no, just like it's in the outside itself temperature is very low, right? So that time we need sesame oil will be apt. It increases the heat. It increases the heat in our body. I mean, it's already the ginger oil is heat, right? So we have to use that. And in the summer, we cannot use, I mean, it will not be suitable for during the summer because it's already hot outside and we cannot again make our body to heat up. So we'd use coconut oil at that time. So coconut oil, again, it's a cooling, it has more cooling properties. So we'll use the coconut oil. So that is the two oils I've been usually use, not daily, weekly we do it from childhood. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, Chandran.
Studies or college, you would I mean, company life, you'd have left it, but from childhood, no, it is a practice every Saturday. Our parents will make us to do Abhyanga, head to toe. We have to do that. But nowadays, I'm practicing weekly once, whenever, usually on Saturdays. If missed, no, I'll do it on the Wednesday, Thursday, any one day. But yeah, the whole practice, whatever, yeah, we need to do it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Chandran.
Thank you.
So I want to just do a quick survey here. You can raise your hand. I know not all of you are on video. You can probably say yes in chat or raise your thumbs in the emojis. Who is doing Abhyanga every day apart from Arti? Is there anyone who is doing Abhyanga every day? Yeah, there might be some exception days, but anyone? Okay, I don't see any hands going up. So I'll assume not yet. Is there anyone doing it weekly other than Arti and Chandran? Anyone doing weekly? Rajkishore does it weekly. Rajkishore, do you want to unmute and share your experiences of how has it been for you?
Sure. Yeah, actually, I think in that Mr. Raghuvan's session also I mentioned, I used to see in childhood my father used to and I used to do along him, and we used to have this mustard oil in winter specifically, and summer I have not seen him to doing it, but winter is definitely it was daily, and he used to bath even in cold water. So that was very nice experience with me. But later on,
did you say cold water?
Yes. In winter, if you want to use cold water, then after Abhyanga, it's feeling is very nice.
So, but doesn't it sort of make you cold? Oil plus
I mean, when I say cold water, normal water, not a warm water.
Achha.
But yes, I mean, initially it gives the feeling of shivering and all, but once you apply oil and then it doesn't do that.
Okay.
So that was my childhood experience, but later on in between, because of job and education and all, it was all stopped. Now after Mr. Raghuvan's session, I started actually. So I won't say daily because I am living in between, but yes, as I said, twice or thrice in a week I try to do. And as ma'am said, sometimes I do within bathroom only. Within 5-10 minutes, I take a bath, but otherwise I try to have at least 20 or 30 minutes before the bath. And since it is winter season started, although I'm thinking of again to bring some mustard oil, but I have coconut oil, parachute oil. So heating is another thing which I just started now. Earlier, I used to apply normal oil only. I never did warm oil. So I just, because everybody, generally we have geyser in bathroom. So we used to switch it on maybe, earlier I used to switch it on 5-10 minutes before, but now I switch on it half an hour before. And within 10 minutes, you get quite hot water. And then I just fill up it in a mug and then put that parachute oil bottle into that. And it becomes a little warm. So that gives me quite good feeling. Even yesterday, I was telling my son, he is also almost around 21 years now. And his skin is quite, dry. I was showing him, you look at my skin and compare. So let's see. I am just trying to convince him.
Okay. Thank you, Rajkishore, for sharing your experiences. And Jayaji is saying that she started, it's been 2 weeks now, and you're doing it weekly, and you're using edible coconut oil. That's nice. So can we all now probably, so Arti, so, okay, I wanted to actually prompt you to help us take a Sankalpa because your PhD topic is Sankalpa. I'll request you to briefly mention and talk about the Sankalpa, your PhD topic, at the end of it. Okay, Chandran is saying during winter, we put even pepper, jeera or garlic in it and heat it and apply it. Wonderful. Very nice. So there are so many variations, right? So as Arti said, we need to probably experiment with which oil suits us. And if we know our Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Dosha combinations, probably we can take an Ayurvedic expert's guidance on which kind of oil in which season will be suitable for us. But I think universally coconut is safer option to go for to start with, at least.
Yes.
Okay.
It is easily available at every home.
So before we kind of come to the last wrapping up section, Arti, I want to ask, which other daily regimen do you follow other than Abhyanga? Now we are going a little beyond Abhyanga. Other healthy routines.
I practice Agnihotra also.
Agnihotra. Oh, the one you did when we visited your home.
Yes.
Okay.
Now there is a gap, but again I'm starting from today.
Okay.
So in this I did it in the morning and evening also. You have to take Agnihotra Patra.
Agnihotra it's typically like doing Homa, right?
Yes, it is Homa, but very, very short home. Just take cow dung cakes. You need only few things: cow dung cakes, Agnihotra Patra, and then cow ghee and camphor, and few grains of rice. At exact sunrise and sunset time, you just saying one mantra. You just have to offer in the Agni.
And how much time does it take?
It takes hardly 10 minutes.
Okay, it's
like a micro preparation and everything.
It needs preparation.
Because you have to blow the fire first before you start. So before 4 to 5 minutes, you need to prepare, and on exact time, you just offer rice applied with cow ghee.
And what are the benefits of doing this?
Benefits are, it creates a positive atmosphere. Scientifically, it cleans the air in your home or surrounding. There is one app, Agnihotra app only, Vishwa Global app. If you go through it, that will teach you the method of doing it also.
Okay.
If you use that Raksha after that, if after completing your home, preserve it. It can be used for cleansing water also.
Or the remains at the end of the home.
The remains
that
you can
Raksha,
put if you put in the in your trees, in your plants that grow those grow very fast.
Very nice.
And lots of benefits are there. You can go through that Vishwa Global app. You will find.
If you can share the link, I'll pass it on to everyone. And
Yes,
Sarjanji is
yes.
saying that they have been practicing Agnihotra for the last 6 to 7 years. That's really nice.
Great, great.
I think this requires another level of commitment in terms of doing it exactly in the sunrise and sunset. And though it's, you say, mentioned 10 minutes, I think preparation and wrapping it up, it's a 20 minutes affair.
Yes.
Twice a day. Okay. What else do you do other than Agnihotra?
Other than Agnihotra, what else?
Any other Ayurveda daily regimen that you practice?
Just drinking water, and I was doing Gandusha that I'm not doing frequently. Sometimes Vamana Dhoti and these things I do, but these are actually yogic practices too. These are not Vamana Dhoti. Which is, I don't remember. If you ask few questions, then maybe I'll
Whether do
remember.
this or not. Okay, okay. So you mentioned about Nasya and the putting oil drops into the nostrils and then into the ear. So I think we'll speak about those in the subsequent habits, because we're trying to gradually take one by one at a time and then go forward. So I have a question for people in the call. Do you want to take a Sankalpa today to do Abhyanga at least once a week? Yeah?
Yes, at least once a week you can do it.
Okay. So may I request all the participants to switch on the video? It doesn't matter. Even you might be sleeping in the bed and taking this call, it's okay. So can we come on the video and take Sankalpa together? And she's a Sankalpa specialist, okay? She's going to do PhD in Sankalpa. Okay. So help us take this. Do you want to explain the science behind Sankalpa, Arti, for a minute? Ram, I'm hoping you're not driving, Ram. Ram, are you driving yourself?
No, I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, okay, good. Then fine. Thanks. Yeah, please go ahead. Arti, tell us the science behind Sankalpa.
Science behind Sankalpa is just give affirmations. Just think that I'm doing it. And take your Sankalpa in present. Always keep saying, just I told Manju also, just start saying I'm a good cook.
Okay.
So you can start from that. I'm very weak at following the time. You have seen that. So that is my Sankalpa, managing time. So I always say I manage time very well. So when you give such affirmations to your mind, that works. That brings your mind to that level that yes, I can follow it. I can do it. And that's how you can motivate yourself. It teaches you to be in present. Many times it happens, like situation is very not favorable. It is not favorable, very unfavorable situation. If you tell yourself, no, you are managing very well. The situation is very good, that it is not that bad. Many people have gone through even worse situation. Then you give affirmations again. Yes, I'm in a good position. I'm in a good situation. I can do it. I'm doing it.
And what is it with Kalidasa? Your PhD topic of
Kalidasa, I have to find it.
Can you repeat your research topic once? Critical review of What is it?
Critical analysis of Kalidasa's literature and its relevance to Sankalpa in yoga.
Right. So I think, Sriharaj, you have a question?
I don't have a question, just want to share something related to Sankalpa.
Yeah, please.
So Vedatri Maharishi, based out of Tamil Nadu, is a spiritual guru. So he has introduced simplified Kundalini Yoga way back in 1958 he started. So as part of the daily meditation practices, there's a Sankalpa before starting of meditation and the Sankalpa after the completing meditation. And also he has introduced blessing, starting from the self, then family, children, then the entire relatives, colleagues, everybody, and the entire world ends by blessing the entire world. So Sankalpa means like the place where I'm sitting is divine and the divine energy is getting into me. I'm getting blessings from parents, guru. So it starts with that Sankalpa and then we can enter into meditation and end the meditation again by blessing you. So it is going on for several years. If in case it helps you in your research, maybe you can look into it.
After taking Sankalpa, after meditation also.
Before meditation, starting meditation, Sankalpa. After completing meditation, blessing everybody. Blessing.
So starting with Sankalpa, meditation, and then ending with blessings.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We take Sankalpa during pujas also. Actually, in Sankalpa, if you want to achieve what you want to achieve something, you can just surrender. That is also important thing. In pujas also, we say that Sankalpa, in Marathi we say Sankalpa sodne. Just means just leave it. Let it be. Let it go. Otherwise, if we hold on to that, I want to do it, then you are stuck somewhere. If you just surrender, then it happens automatically. Nature helps to do it.
So it's like if you make up your mind and the universe transpires to make it true. So on that note, I think let's take Sankalpa together, everyone, to do Abhyanga at least once a week. Okay? And become a Abhyangi, if there is a word like that. The one who practices Abhyanga regularly. So let's close our eyes, sit straight. Be comfortable, spine straight. Observe the whole body and relax. Observe the breath. Observe the abdomen bulging and contracting as we breathe. Complete awareness. Total silence. Now slowly understand and recollect everything we spoke about Abhyanga, the process, logistics of it, the benefits, we came to know that Abhyanga is good to nourish our body, to calm our mind, amongst many other benefits. on this wonderful morning, let us take the Sankalpa resolution to practice Abhyanga as regularly as possible, at least once a week in the weekends. I am a regular practitioner of Abhyanga. I am a regular practitioner of Abhyanga. I am a regular practitioner of Abhyanga. Mentally repeat this 3 times in silence. With this Sankalpa and a deep sense of gratitude for everything we have and for Arti's time and presence, with a broad smile, gently open your eyes. All right. So Artiji, thank you so much for your time, and a couple of practical takeaways that I had from this session was that you told yourself that you will cook only after taking bath, and the prerequisite for that is, oh, I'll take bath only after applying oil to the body.
Yes.
Okay, so it need not be very big bang practice. It can start very small. There are situations which are not conducive, then we can modify our practices a little bit to still do it. So one of my friends says that when we want to learn any new habit consistently, it's not about how well we do it. It's about showing up. You know, the whole thing of showing up, that the intention expressed through action in whatever magnitude. You know, when, as you said, while you're brushing, while you're getting ready to take bath, just applying oil. In case if we are in a hurry, if we can't apply oil to the whole body, just apply to the hands and face to start with. Even if we have not heated the oil on some days, that's fine. So these are some big takeaways, Arti. And you mentioned that you keep 2 sets of clothes separately for this, you know, because after applying oil, ideally Ayurveda says that you have to keep it for the next 40 minutes. But then half an hour sounds better. So people say half an hour. You mentioned that you at least keep it on for 20-25 minutes. So that's a big takeaway, that we can apply oil, wear that oil cloth, which is designated for Abhyanga clothes, and then do other daily activities in the morning, and then go and take bath. And a big takeaway, I'm going to go and buy one tumbler like that to easily manage secondary heating of the oil, not directly heating the oil, but through boiled water. That's a big learning. And it's a big motivation, Arti, for me and all of us, I'm sure, that you have been doing it consistently since, because ALMC happened in last June during second lockdown. And it's been 1.5 years since then. And
Yes.
if you have been doing
I
it,
stopped counting. That's what I
yeah.
said. I don't remember when did I start it.
Now it has become a part of your nature. So that's a big motivation that we'll take this motivation and start applying it from today, right after this call. It's around 6 a.m., right? So let's start Abhyanga right from today, even if it means just applying oil to your hands and face and whatever, right? And then go and take bath. And tomorrow is a Sunday. And from tomorrow onwards, I'm going to put the 4th weekend Abhyanga as the 4th habit, only on Saturdays and Sundays. Some people might do it on Saturdays, some people might do it on Sundays. It's fine. So that's going to be that you want to get this message on Saturdays and Sundays going forward. All right. Any questions, Chital? And
Just one care you need to take after taking Abhyanga, and don't immediately go to the expose yourself to the air. or if you are going, then cover yourself properly. Put cotton in your ears. That will help to
Oh,
save
that's
you
a
from cold
good you
air.
mentioned it because I made this mistake.
Yes.
So I used to get up like 4 and then finish my toilet and brush and apply oil. And just in a Bermuda, I used to do many things in home, just with a Bermuda. So now exposing that much body with the oil applied is not a good thing, you say.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Chital, you have
After, not after applying only, I said
Ah.
after taking bath also.
after taking bath as well.
Yes,
Okay.
you should take that care.
Okay. Got it. Thank
Cover
you.
yourself and then go. Usually we put on socks, but just cover your ears if possible, if you're
Okay.
exposing directly to the air.
Okay. And Tej has a couple of questions for you. Want to know what time do you wake up every day?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, for that reason I started Agnihotra. So I have to get up before sunrise only
Okay.
and take bath. This schedule has been disturbed, but again it comes back. So I'm very positive about it. It happens 1 or 2 days or a week. That's fine. But I don't leave it. Again, I come back to my schedule.
Wonderful. And Tej wants to know if you want to learn Sanskrit from you, how to reach out. I'll share the number if you're okay.
Yes, that is fine.
Okay.
Sanskrit Bharati is an organization. You can connect yourself through Sanskrit Bharati. In most of the states, it is there are volunteers, and you can get guidance from them also. If you don't get any person, if you could not reach out to anyone, you can definitely contact me, no problem.
Wonderful. So Tej, if I don't share the details, please do ping me. I'll share it in WhatsApp group. Okay. Chital, the last question for the day.
I have one question, Matthew. Sorry.
Yes, Ram, please go ahead.
Yeah. So after applying Abhyanga, I mean, if we have to immediately wear the dress, right? Won't the effectiveness of that Abhyanga will go away? The oil will be sticking to the dress, right?
So oil does stick to the dress. The thing is, it takes 40 minutes for the oil. If you leave it for 40 minutes, oil, it has the ability to reach even your bone marrow, which is the 6th dhatu.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, some parts will go definitely. That's why the massaging is important. That when you apply, it's not just like applying and leaving it and wearing dress. Little bit of gentle massage, if time permits, that will help. If not, if you are in a hurry, just apply and wear. Not the entire oil will be soaked by the dress. Some oil will definitely penetrate through the pores in the skin. And if it is one time, definitely it's a worrisome thing. What if 50% of oil applied is sticking to the cloth? Since we'll do it regularly, weekly or daily or alternate days, more regularly we do it, then there's a higher chance of at least some percentage of oil entering the skin and then going inside.
Got it. Yeah, the massaging is also key, actually, right? Instead of just applying, massage a little bit, right?
Right. Gentle massage, yeah. Okay.
If we are very strict to follow all the rules, it becomes difficult. So don't stick to it. Just do however you can do it, but just don't leave it.
And this reminds me of one of the Badaka Tattvas explained in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, right? What is it? Okay, guys from second semester, please tell.
Niyamagraha.
Niyamagraha. So yeah, I mean, following niyamas is important, good, but being too rigid about it is a Badaka Tattva. It might come in your way of adopting this practice regularly. Thank you. Chital, do you have a question? You have raised your hand since some time.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure others completed so that I'm not interrupting others. It was nice. Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful conversation. One thing I learned was your makeup thing, which made me really inspire, okay? That whatever we do, our kids follow, okay? Really, these days, whether kids really start it up or not, it's a secondary thing after all of this lockdown with all the gadgets and so on. But really, it really inspired me on how you brought the good habit inculcated into your kid as well with the oil application and so on. That is
now my daughter, she says that why don't you apply lipstick? So I said I don't use cosmetics. So she said, I'll make one. Now she's in 9. So she said, I can make a natural one for you. I will find out how I can do it.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
it made a room for her to experiment.
Ayurvedic lipstick.
Yes.
Yeah. Because my kid is into Bharatanatyam and so on. She's much interested into this makeup and other stuffs. Okay. She applies beetroot as a lipstick. She just crushes it and she uses that. Okay. So that is one of the natural lipsticks that you can think about for your kid. You can tell her it sticks for some time with a little bit of oil when crushed with beetroot. Yes, it sticks for some time. It
What
doesn't.
does she crush with oil?
Beetroot
Beetroot.
crushed with
Yes,
a
yes,
little bit
yes.
of
She
oil.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And the thing, right, I go for this Ayurveda massage, okay, Abhyanga, I go. And I know about this cloth. I keep it a dedicated cloth dress for that, okay, but because the oil has to stick. You said about the oil to be heated with the water below and so on. Because usually if a medicinal oil, right, we do that kind of heating. But in Ayurveda centers as well, they heat it directly only. So what is the intention of heating it like a double heating where you say it's not directly heated in the stove or something?
No,
Anything?
when we make it like if you are making oil from jasmine or something, you have to heat it, boil it.
Yeah.
But while applying on the body, you directly do not reheat it directly.
And
Okay.
also, Chital, I mean, it's a very domain intensive question, I must say. So
Go for LMC.
no,
You
see,
will
I
find
have
out.
observed it. I have observed it, and I remember, when we took that Ayurveda Panchakarma in Kumta. So the vessels used to be heated, but I think the thickness of the vessel, that the metal that they use, and it's a very slow flame. So I think that's conducive for Panchakarma kind of massages.
Very true, because I have a dedicated vessel at home to boil my coconut oil or sesame oil with the pepper and other stuffs. Okay. But because when I do a curry leaf kind of thing for my hair oil, right, I used to put it on a water and on top of it, I put the oil with curry leaves and leave it on the sun for 10 to 15 days to absorb the curry leaves juice. Okay. So I thought whether it has some significance for the Abhyanga oil as well. That was the intention to ask that question. Nothing else. The third one was with respect to ma'am's various courses and so on. Since it was stated that music therapy, I wanted to know what exactly on the music therapy and how you can help or what you're trying to do on that music therapy. That's something on the personal front that I had.
Yes, it is Dr. Karuna from SVASA. She is conducting that course. So if you go through it, that will. I did it just for myself because I like to experiment on myself first. It helps you to if you are in some. It helps you to change your mood. And you must know the right time, right music for a particular time, and how can you heal yourself through music.
Okay. Okay. I just go for Tibetan music to fall asleep as well sometimes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this information.
Thank you, Chitra.
Thank you.
So as you saw, Arti is such a soft-spoken, balanced person, and the rigor of practicing the sattvic habits is so high in her. Her Sankalpa is very, very strong. And let's take these positives from this session. And on behalf of the entire audience, Artiji, thank you so much for taking time out and inspiring us today to embrace Abhyanga as a regular practice in our lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I learned a lot from all of you. And now I think that the thing which I'm doing is very small. As someone is doing Agnihotra since 6-7 years regularly. So it is now inspiring thing for me. And this is takeaway for me.
Wonderful. Mutual
Thank
Learning Forum. Thank you. Sriharaji, thank you once again for always being there. see all of you in the next Habit Huddle. Till then, stay tuned in the 4 a.m. club. I'm going to share the link in the WhatsApp if you want to share it with more people to help them embrace healthy habits. And let's go head to the bathroom along with some oil. Let's take Abhyanga today. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.